And we are right back to it. So we have some more loot. Let's see if we can actually equip any of it. With a sword, will that help us with our damage? Yeah, monk wielding a sword, let's go with that. Got some better armor. Better gloves. Worse gloves. Some magic items, which mean we can pick stuff up by not being as far away. That's fantastic. So I need to finish this quest quickly because it is taking longer than I anticipated. And the monk doesn't seem to be bothered much by the fact he's wielding a sword, so good on him.
Not enough spirit.
So for the first time I have run out of spirit, so now I have to do normal attacks until I have it all back again. Or at least enough to use my skill. But I can one hit virtually everything here, so might as well. One other thing, there are things in the environment you can use to, if you attack them rather than the enemies, you could trap things like that. You can crush people beneath rolling logs or layer on their chandeliers. You can trap enemies under, and we have completed that quest, and now we need to go turn it in. If any of you have played World of Warcraft or anything like that, you'll be used to the quest system. It's no different.
But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him.
Except for one thing that I prefer the World of Warcraft. You actually feel like you're doing something with your quests rather than helping some faceless person who has no voice.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
And now we have a follower. Way.
Here, let me open the gate.
So we have a quest and we only have one, so only one appears. And we have to go find Adria's hut. It's a wonder if no one actually has a full map of this place, that anyone knows where to look.
I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What happened to your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
They're just trying to make you feel better. He died. Embarrassingly.
Look! Hidden cellar! Follow me!
So they're soldiers, but apparently they have nothing at all we can use to help fight. No wonder they died.
Said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Health potion, always good. And we have found a zombified, and we've been frozen. Right, we're fighting a first. No, I suppose you could say almost boss. Took a while to die, that's for sure. But even though he froze us, he didn't seem to be any massive threat. Let's see what else we've been given. A magic weapon. Will that be better if we swap it for the? Does that do more damage? Yes. And is that better armor? No. No. So, as soon as I get back to town, I will be sending that.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will find your uncle. Stay here and find out what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Ada, I'll be gone before they fall.
So yes, now the stagger helps us one-hit things even more effectively. Although it doesn't seem... Come on, I'm a monk. Why should I should be getting appropriate weapons. Just got to equip that shield, for God's sake. So we left Leah behind there, and when she's underground and the door was surrounded by zombies, which seems to be the safest option for her.
Be at peace.
And we're stockpiling potions very quickly, despite the fact I haven't used a single one yet. One important thing for people playing this after Diablo 2, potions have a cooldown now, you can't use them as much as you want. I suppose this is to make it harder, I guess.
Tristram Cathedral. The star fell here.
Try and keep out of the comments how many attacks I miss with, or if you really want, you could try and count how many attacks I miss with. It's always interesting to know. I'm not sure if in this version of Diablo there's any chance of missing through stats. I think it is purely... There's some crushed zombies. I think it is purely whether or not you actually are standing in the right place to hit them, but I could be wrong. And there was another one of those instances I told you of.
The gods favor me.
And there's another one that we missed. We could have done that to kill them easily, but it's not like there are any challenges at the moment, so... This is our biggest mob yet, so using our AoE to clear it out. And let's find out what... We got a new challenge for killing everything. Let's see what our new skill is. We can blind everything nearby for 3 seconds. Sounds amazing. I have an empty equipment slot. What do I have that I can equip in that? A belt. So that was what our new move looked like, and for once we have a skill that actually has a cooldown. Cooldown 15 seconds. Which is about longer than most of these fights I've had so far. So you only get to use that once in a fight.
Not enough spirit.
I'd say if anything the game isn't challenging enough early in. If it gets a lot harder or anything later in, then people might get shocked with how hard it may or may not be. They won't be expecting it.
A greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
So I earned an achievement. You can tell I'm thrilled. And just before I find any more enemies, I'll cut off this part and see you in the next one.